This is a meditation technique or inquiry to realize the non-dual nature of your mind. So this is a technique, as in it's something you can very obviously apply in your meditation practice, and it's also an inquiry, something which might demand you to be more active in your meditation, investigating than you might have otherwise previously thought. The technique or inquiry is to see if you can hook your consciousness or your mind or your experience onto an object or sensation of meditation. By object or sensation, it could be whatever object or sensation you usually use to meditate. For some people that's the breath, for some people that's visual objects, for some people that's sound. To make it simple, today the example I will keep referring back to will be sound. Sound's my favorite object. And the technique or inquiry is to see if you can notice just that sensation. Take the time to make sure you're comfortable and still, because usually when we're moving about, we have all our regular associations of distraction and self. So the stillness can really help us discern what the present state of our mind is. It can help make it easier to find the nature of consciousness, the non-duality we're searching for. So find a nice comfortable stillness. You won't need to adjust throughout the session. Take a moment to settle and rest without expectation, without predicting or craving a result, and start to become aware of the chosen object. I'm starting to become aware of sounds. And within that stillness, try to discern what it means to just be aware of that object. You can check in many short moments. That'll probably make it easier to be clear about what it means to be aware of that object. And you can also try longer moments in case you think you're not doing anything at all. It might become easier to notice the distractions if you do longer moments too. And what we want to try to do is unhook our conceptualizing thinking mind, unhook mindlessness, and for very brief moments, see if we can hook onto the experience of that sensation. What does it mean to just perceive your object of meditation? For there just to be sound, for there just to be the visual object, for there just to be the whatever else that you're meditating on. Short moments of attempting to get that clarity, and longer moments too. So it's a technique, but it's also an inquiry, something you can actively try and figure out. Trying to capture the nature of mind, discover non-duality with our whole experience, with our whole life going on just regularly, that can be quite challenging. So what we're doing here is we're making our conscious experience nice and small. We're picking an object, just focusing on that. Then it gets easier to discern what it means to be present with that object or distracted. Hard to do in our regular lives. So we pick a singular object, like the sound. What is it to just know that sound? It's not something you'll know conceptually, it's an experience. Is the experience of the object the same as thinking about the experience or trying to hold on to the experience? What is just the experience of the object? The fact that it is an extension of our experience is the great insight of meditation. And be carefree with this. That's just an inquiry. The nature of your conscious experience is already non-dual, but normally we're not very present, so we don't notice it. By picking a singular object and tuning into it, and hooking into just letting that sensation be, rather than doing all the other things we normally do, the non-duality can become obvious. It reveals itself if we manage to achieve that stillness of just experiencing the sensation of the object. Uncontrived, no conceptualizing about it, certainly noticing it, not being absent-minded, just letting it be. How could there be separation from an experience? If there's no thought and you're truly there for it, then isn't non-duality obvious? Just a few moments here now. I become still. I just let that sensation of sound be there. Thoughts come in, of course they do. Back to that sensation. I grasp, I try to cling to that. I want to hold on to it. Those are just more thoughts. Letting it go, just being with a sensation of sound. Done in short moments, it's a lot easier to not become absent-minded with this particular practice. See if you can hook into that sensation and sustain it. If you can sustain that awareness, the non-duality will be very obvious. Good luck with that practice.